you. I'm Bertrand Salor from Appani. So before I start, is there any app publisher in the room? Some, but not many, okay. Anyone knows Appani? I guess a bit more. Cool. So today I'm gonna, I think, give the context, looking at the agenda of the day, looking at some trends and looking at some introduction on App Store optimization. So before I start, Appani, very quickly, so company is growing very fast. For those who are following us, it's already 450 employees worldwide and 16 offices, so we have a global presence. A few data for you that might interest you is that so our free product, our analytics products today is following more than 800,000 apps, and our store start tool is following more than 7.6 million apps. So that's quite huge in terms of numbers and what you can discover on our free tools. And on the paid side, on our intelligence products, today the lineup is helping apps company to develop better app business by providing them download revenue estimates for all kind of apps in all kind of store and countries, looking at audience intelligence as well to understand the different users, who they are in terms of gender, age, revenue, education. And finally, user intelligence, and we'll come back on this one, which is like very interesting for our publisher to understand how people are really engaging and using the apps. So, as I was saying, I will first start by looking at some global app trends. So where are we today? So no surprise here. 2014 as compared to 2014, so huge increase in terms of the Google Play downloads, which is now roughly twice big as the iOS downloads, and it's especially due to the increase in the emerging markets. But when we look at the worldwide apps revenue, the trend is still that iOS is still the first and it's still the best platform for monetization. So it's kind of interesting to see the downloads and the revenue goes on two different platforms. So it's helped you to understand where you want and what is your first goal. If you want to monetize or if you want to drive downloads first, you might choose the platform differently. If we look at Q1 2016, we'll see it's exactly the same trend. So Google Play is still twice big as iOS in terms of downloads, and vice versa in terms of revenue. iOS is bigger, it's double than Google Play. So when we look now at which countries are driving the revenue and downloads, so it's very different here. So USA, the first countries on both sides, but when you look at the download, it's mainly the BRIC countries which are on the top of the charts. And especially on the Google Play side, so really the emerging countries are driving the growth in terms of downloads, especially with Google Play. And if you look at China and US, both of them are doing 50% of worldwide iOS downloads. If you look at the revenue, it's a bit different. And you have the three first markets, which are US, Japan, and China, which are driving 65% of the revenue on worldwide iOS. So when you look now at the usage, so it's really interesting to see what's happening there. So overall in 2015, on Android phones, the time spent on apps have increased by 60% over a year. And in this time spent on the phone, 51 minutes out of 60 is spent on an app. So meaning that people are interacting with their phone, with the apps, and not with mobile web, or let's say it's very minimum. When we look at which categories have driven this growth, I would say it's a bit of everything. Game is still growing, even if it's the first category, it still continues to grow, but we see some big jump, especially in terms of media and video, that jump by 90% of more time, 2015 versus 2014 in terms of usage. So it's really becoming a second screen when you look at your favorite program and so on. Transportation, 130% growth. Retail, 140% growth, so still small, but something is really starting to emerge. So it's really interesting to see that really the apps is what's helping your customer, our customer, to get closer to their customers and to engage really better with them. So this is the app maturity model that App Annie put together to explain a bit how to look at the cycle. So the first cycle, the first line is the download. And what we see, the first step is how the downloads. When we see the download which are slowing down in terms of increase, you have the usage which is starting to increase big time. And when you have the usage of the apps, then you have monetization. So each of every countries is at different stage of this maturity model, but this is a good adequation to really understand the different priorities and how to look at the numbers. I mean, today there's a lot of discussion in the press about the slowdown of the app downloads. Yes, maybe, I mean maybe not. But also what we need to talk about is usage, which is increasing big time. Especially this is due to the fact that first time, when people have their mobile phone for the first time, they download a lot of applications. And then after a while, they have the habits and they have the app that they're using all the time, which is the moment where app publisher needs to start looking at monetization. So looking a bit more at how to ensure discovery of your apps now. So this is the cycle. So I was just starting to talk about. So the first step is to drive downloads. Second step is to engage and retain and develop usage. Third step is once you have the usage, you monetize. And once you have started monetization, well, you want to expand, you want to do more. And you start again the cycle towards new countries, new categories, new apps, and so on. So the first step is drive downloads. I'm going to focus a bit on this one now. So how to drive downloads? User acquisition strategy, I think it's a topic that is going to be discussed quite a lot today. So you have different channels, paid channel, in-app advertising, organic channels, which is mainly discoverability of the app in the app stores, and other channels which are more find it on the web, on the media, on the PR, and so on. So when you look at the organic channel, you have different things which are important to look at. Is the App Store search, so keyword optimization, the featuring in the App Store, and being in the top chart to increase organic downloads as well. So why is it becoming a challenge today? It's becoming a challenge because it's very busy, you know that. 4.2 million apps today is in the stores and 40,000 new apps every month. So meaning that user acquisition are going up and return on investment for publisher is difficult to maintain. So really looking at App Store optimization is key. You're going to have 2 hours on that later today. So the first step is to ensure your app is discovered. And the second thing is make sure once your app is discovered, well, it's being downloaded. So when you look at the discoverability, there's a few things that you can look at. It's keyword optimization, features, and top chart. And looking at the conversion is more about app description, the creative, and the review and what users are telling about your apps. So it's an ongoing process, and you have to do a lot of testing, compromise, and test different creativities. So now we'll look a bit on some case studies which would show how does that affect. So the first app we will look at is Skybet, and they've changed their name end of April on iOS. So their old name was Skybet betting on football, horses, horse racing, tennis, and sport. And the new name is Skybet in-sport betting and latest out on football, Euro 2016, tennis, and horse racing results. So what you can't really see on the slide, what we have put here is the keyword search on Europe, which of course is very famous at the moment. And as soon as they change, the app is getting discovered by this keyword, which is yours. So it was a very good move from them to switch their name to being discovered more organically. Looking at the category, Twitter, they changed the category from social, which was very busy, to news. And look what happened to their ranking. They rank now on top of the charts, which is increasing their organic downloads because they're top of the charts. So it's a better position to be on the top than on the bottom of the charts. Looking at the reviews, so this is laid out by Instagram. When they launched, reviews were not great. I mean, there were 11% of 1 star and only 57% of 5 stars. So they heard a lot of the reviews and they heard the feedback. They changed the app, so you can see on the bottom the different qualities of the app. And in June, it increased back to 68% of 5 stars. And this is the download ranks that I put on the side. So you see the adequation between reviews and ranking. So better the reviews, better the ranking. What you need to look at as well is the importance, of course, of the visual and writing elements, the creative assets that you're using to help the conversion. So you can look at everything from app icon, app's name, description, screenshot, video that you want to try and test. Looking at App Store features, so here's what we have looked over 3,000 featuring instances on iOS app stores around 5 countries, and what we've discovered, what we've seen is the median increase of downloads for the app which are featured is 80% more downloads over the 7 days, but a lot of apps are beating like 500% as well. And what you see is after day 1, the median increase of downloads is 50%. So really, it's something that is helping a lot to push the apps and to get the app discovered much more easily and downloaded. Who is getting the most impact of that is the gaming. It's the blue bar here. So gaming is taking the most of the featuring of the store, and they are the ones which are getting the most in terms of downloads. So quickly to wrap up, what you just seen quickly was just the first step of the process, driving downloads. So after driving downloads, you still need to develop usage and develop monetization and look at your expansion. I think the future looks great for App Publisher. So this is the forecast that App Annie has put together very recently. So we have looked at where the downloads will be in the next 5 years. So we are forecasting the increase of the downloads worldwide from today 111 billion downloads to 284 billion downloads. So it's still a lot of increase, average increase of 21% year over year. And especially China will grow big time again. And when we look at the revenue on the app stores, we are forecasting the revenue to go over 100 billion. So this is, we don't see any really effect on the macroeconomics here. It's still like small amount that people are spending in the store. This is just store revenue. It doesn't count any advertising or any commerce revenue. So it's a big growth as well and a big opportunity for App Publisher. So thank you very much. I think I'm on time and have a good day. Thank you.